Hey, Doug Sod in CentervilleIowa.com, and I am here today with Carson Ode, the author of Iowa Spaces, Places, and Faces. I actually met Carson up at Pancake Day and was really excited to get an interview with him, of course, and we kind of looked around the square and there really wasn't any place to do it out there in the rain. So we're here at home at the ICI headquarters. And thank you so much. This is great. And we're going to keep it a little short. The first thing I'd like to ask you, of course, is what inspired you to write the book?
Well, I made my living as a graphic designer and illustrator, and over the years I would do some copywriting along with that work. And I had a dream. This goes back 20 years. I started thinking about it, about doing a special book on Iowa, a complete, comprehensive book on Iowa, using whatever talents I have, and the complementary talents of my wife, who is more tech-oriented.
Okay. Cool. So, and together you guys just...
So, in the year 2008, we took the plunge. We organized it in that we started in January, ended up in December. We live in Des Moines, so we go out on Thursdays and Fridays and cover 3 counties each trip out. We would stay overnight in the middle county at a bed and breakfast or locally owned hotel or motel. We'd stop at every county seat, Chamber of Commerce, and get their take on what they thought was neat about their county. We interviewed 1 or 2 people in every county. We went out and explored on our own, and come back to Des Moines, and I started writing it the next Saturday morning. And we started in January down in Keokuk, and we ended up in December up in Lyon County in northwest Iowa. So the book has 1,400 color photographs in it.
Wow.
And you see the changing of the seasons as you go through the book. We went a tier by tier. We went across the first tier and then up, back, across, from river to river, just zigzag back and forth. So the book is divided into 9 chapters, the 9 tiers of counties in Iowa.
Wow.
And it's a comprehensive book. It's there's a lot of text in there that goes along with the photographs. And they correspond with each other. You go through the book so you can visualize what I'm talking about.
Right, and we read some of the Appanoose County. Of course, that was one we went and looked at quickly because that's where we live. And yeah, I'm so excited to sit down and read this because, of course, I'm not from Iowa, and I've lived here 2 years now, and I fell in love with Appanoose County and Centerville in particular. This little town, just and. With meeting Lindsay and having twins and this great new family, it was just amazing. So I'm really excited. And let's zoom in on the book a little bit.
Iowa Spaces, Places, and Faces.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
You're welcome.
And this is available online on your website.
Yes, CarsonOde.com.
And that's CarsonOde.
That's correct.
.com. And then you said retail outlets?
Yes, it's in retail outlets across the state, in bookstores and gift stores and drugstores.
Yeah, and Owl.
And incidentally, in Centerville, it's available at Owl Drug.
Yes, excellent. And you had talked to them today, actually,
I talked to them today, yes. And left 4 books with them.
Excellent. And you're writing a new book.
I am writing a new book on Iowa events and festivals. As I worked on this book, all I could do in that regard was I would list, the events and festivals that went on in this county,
right?
And I might say a sentence or 2 about them. But now I'm going in and going to as many as I possibly can in a 2-year period. And presently, I've gone to about 41 of them so far this year.
Wow!
So I'm presently the most entertained guy.
Well, you've blown me away. We've done 10 or 12 down here at Appanoose County, but wow, 41 already. And how many do you think you'll end up?
Well,
do you have a list?
I have a basic list that I'm working from, and then I hear of other ones that sound interesting. And I'm looking for, of course, the variety. That's the #1 priority.
Right.
And then I want to hit some geographic balance too. And I will do some correcting, I think, in my second year on that. I just go and observe and talk to people. It's a lot of fun.
I know.
I'm having a great time.
We're doing it on a much smaller scale, but I know we have a great time. And it's awesome. I love covering all the local events here, and it actually, I think you're right about the rain today with Pancake Day. I think it works out to our favor that the pride and just still that parade went on.
Well, this is true. It's really nice when everything comes together. You have a beautiful day and everything like that. But I do love it, and I noticed this also on the first book. The spirit of the Iowa people, the volunteerism, and the coming together whenever there's a crisis or anything like that. And this parade was a piece of cake for Iowans to deal with that. They just went on with it, you know.
Right.
But this year, 2008, was the year they had the worst floods ever, you know, in Cedar Rapids.
Right, yeah.
In Iowa City.
It was when I moved
here. Tornado.
I moved here in June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tornado in Parkersburg.
Yeah.
And I go through each one of those towns, and it's heartening to see how quickly they go out there and deal with it. And,
right.
And in Parkersburg, I came there maybe it was 3 or 4 months after that tornado. I had trouble finding a basement where the house had been blown off, so I could show a picture of how the tornado took, because it looked like a new housing development there in that area where the tornado went through. And that's fun too to see that. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and remember, Centerville or anyone that might be watching, CarsonOde.com, and that's CarsonOde.com to get the book. Also, Owl Pharmacy if you're here local in Centerville. Owl Pharmacy is going to be carrying it. And also, in the right-hand sidebar of the website, I believe what I'll end up doing is just scanning the book, and we'll just have a nice little graphic of the book cover. Or it's probably on your website, and I can just use the graphic of a book cover there. And we'll just put one in ours, and that can link to our interview, and then from there they can go right to his website. So they can check out the interview and then go buy the book. Very awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yep. Take care. Centerville, Carson Ode. Awesome. Get the book. We love you. Happy Pancake Day.